San Diego's homestand has started with a bang. Renfroe to left field. Franklin going back at the track, and it's gone! Hunter Renfroe with a walk-off home run! Last night, the Brew Crew answered back. Tonight, Jolie Chassin looks to stay hot at home. Padres, Brewers. Game 3 is next. Welcome to beautiful San Diego as we get ready for Game 3 at Petco Park of a 4-game series between the visiting Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, tonight it is Jolie Chassin on the mound looking to go deep into the game. He comes in with a record of 4-3, and he loves pitching here at Petco Park.
There is no place like home for Jolie Chassin, and hopefully after the loss last night, you want a pitcher who feels good in the environs of Petco Park, and JC, as they call him, at home. This is why they need him tonight. 3 starts, perfect record, ERA under .5 at 4.5. Opponent's only hitting 147 wide, getting ahead, 2-seam fastball with movement away to the righties, into the lefties, the slider, the wipeout pitch, the strikeout is there. If he keeps the ball in the ball yard, he should be good to go tonight against this free-swinging Brewers team.
Matt Garza's had a terrific start to the year, 2-0 with a 2.66. What's different?
Well, you're going to see a lot of breaking balls from Matt Garza tonight. You're going to see the slider, you're going to see the curveball, you're going to see the changeup. It's almost like it's the fastball for show, the breaking stuff for dough. Pretty good numbers in 2017. The velocity is down a little bit too, but Matt Garza, a guy who's got good control with all of his pitches, so the Padres, hopefully they can get him early with some good strikes and do some damage.
Well, the starters have been going deeply into the games. That's a good thing as far as fatigue goes for the bullpen, no doubt. Starters getting it done. Bob Scanlon will review when we come back. Any questions about bullpen fatigue right after this? Series, and before we get Game 3 started, let's send it down to the field and Bob Scanlon.
Thanks, Don. There's been a lot of talk about the pressure that's been put on this bullpen so far this season, so the natural thought is, well, it must have something to do with the starting rotation, right? Not picking up enough innings. That's not the case at all. In fact, here's what Andy Green had to say about the nice job that his rotation's been doing.
Those guys are they're wired to compete. They've thrown the ball very well for the most part, and they've all had their hiccups at some point in time. But I think you look at them and feel pretty good about what they've done so far this season. We haven't supported them from a runs perspective as much as I'd like, or probably even from a defensive perspective as much as I'd like. But I think those guys have given us opportunity almost every game.
So as Andy's talking about right there, as we talked about in the pregame show, that rotation's actually got the 4th most innings in the National League. So what's been the problem? The bullpen hurting themselves. Some of the middle relievers early on were not able to give the innings that Andy needed. That put pressure on the back end of the pen. And the other factor is now he has 2 right-handers that have really stepped up, actually 3. Miguel Diaz did a great job last night. Stammen's thrown real well, and Kirby Yates has thrown well also, so he has more versatility moving forward. But tonight he's hoping that Jhoulys Chacín can do what he's done all season long, and that's give him 5 innings or more to take the pressure off that pen. Home at Petco. Jhoulys Chacín has pitched great here. Padres and Brewers first pitch coming up next, right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Swung on and missed.
He loves pitching here at Petco Park.
Strike 3.
Some great Padre pitching.
We're going to get a chance to see Jhoulys Chacín tonight as he takes the field along with his teammates, getting ready here for Game 3 of this 4-game series. Chacín ready to take the hill where he is comfortable at Petco Park. Cloud covered as we get this game started here tonight, and it's time for our weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 62 degrees to start the night, a breeze at 9 miles per hour out of the west, and mostly cloudy the forecast, and right now totally cloud covered above. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, Bob Scanlon with you from Petco Park in San Diego. Now check out Craig Counsell's starting lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Eric Sogard leading it off and at second base. Hernan Perez in left field bat second, with Jesus Aguilar at first base. Travis Shaw's first appearance of the series had a finger problem, still a little tender, but he is in the starting lineup and at third. Domingo Santana in right. Jet Bandy does the catching in Game 3 as he did in Game 1. Keon Broxton is the center fielder, with Orlando Arcia shortstop batting 8th And Matt Garza, the pitcher, bats out of the 9th spot for the Milwaukee Brewers, who tonight will deal with Jhoulys Chacín.
And hopefully the right-hander continues the trend. Bob Scanlon talked about it. Mark Sweeney talked about it with Mike Pomerantz, how he loves it here at home. So he loves the home cooking. Cook up a victory tonight. And movement to both sides of the plate with the slider, the curveball, the two-seamer. If he's working down, he'll go out of the zone by design for a strikeout. Should have a good night.
Now defensively behind him, the Padres defense, brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Alec Cordoba is in left field. Manuel Margot in center. Hunter Renfroe in right. For Spangenberg at third with Eric Ibar at short. And Hervis Solarte at second. Will Myers at first. And Austin Hedges doing the catching. And Renfroe has assists in 3 straight games out there in right field. Eric Sogard, who has had a tremendous series. He is 6 for 10, hitting at .600 right now for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, he's batted second. He's batted 8th. Now he's leading off tonight. And why not for Craig Counsell? You got the hot stick. You want to start it off the top of the lineup.
Moving all over the place, too, defensively, as you said, second base tonight as you take strike 1. So 6 for 10. He's got 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. And the elevated average of .600. Of course, had a home run in the 10th inning in game 1. But Renfroe came up with a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 10th inning for the walk-off win. And that is just off the plate from Chacín.
Well, Chacín early breaking out the changeup. 2 in a row to Sogard.
Fourth start for Sogard. Former Padres farmhand. Broke into the big leagues with the Oakland A's. Mentioned it the other night. Part of a deal for Kevin Kuzminoff coming over to the San Diego Padres. All 4 and Chacín with a leadoff walk here in the first inning. Let's take a look at the keys to the game brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Oh, a big key. We talk about the Brewers scoring first and how well they have done in that category. So no first inning runs for the Brewers. And I would like to see 7+ innings from Jhoulys Chacín tonight. Hey, why not? Go for it.
Lead runner on here in the first inning. And it brings up Hernan Perez.
The deepest he has gone into a game this year is 8 innings. That was against Arizona. He pitched to Jim. So he's quite capable.
Well, Perez hitting at .287 coming in. 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Milwaukee Brewers starting the day. Half game back to the St. Louis Cardinals in the National League Central. Cardinals losing last night while the Brewers were winning here. That's a strike over the inside corner.
Even though that's a strike, it's a pitch that's up in the zone, and Chacín has got to get that pitch down. You hate to see the high pitch count. How do you counter that? Throw something down in the zone and work a ground ball for a double play. One of the things that's been the kryptonite for Chacín this year is the homers. 7 homers in 45 2/3 frames. And this is a free swinging ball club here, Donald.
And you get Shaw back in the lineup tonight for them. They still do not have Thames back in the lineup. He's battling a bit of strep throat apparently. Missing the first 2 games and not in the lineup tonight. Showed bunt. Did he offer? No, says Gerwin Danley, first base umpire.
I thought he poked at it.
Get a better look here from the side.
Let's take a look. He pokes at it. Oh, yeah, he did. It was a little
I don't know.
And I think is enough to bang him.
Swing and a miss, goes lunging after that pitch, down and away.
That's the pitch where you can get your grounder. Off speed pitch, heads up left side of the infield there with Spangenberg and Eric Ibar.
We're talking about Eric Thames. 13 home runs to lead the Brewers, a team that leads the majors. 65 home runs on the year. This is right back up the middle through the wickets into center field. Sogard will take second, and the first 2 Brewers here in the first inning have reached. Of course, this is where they did their damage last night, scoring 5 times in the first.
Oh, right through the 5 hole. Hockey suit.
Just couldn't get the glove down there in time. Good fielding position for Jolis. Just couldn't get the glove down in time.
42 first inning runs scored, and we mentioned the 5 that they had last night. Tops in that category by a lot. Tampa Bay Rays are second. 2 on, nobody out. Jesus Aguilar. And Aguilar taking strike 1. 9th major league season for Jhoulys Chacín. Signed with the Padres as a major league free agent in December. Was representing Team Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic during spring training. Made his major league debut in July of '09. Aguilar will take strike 2. Chacín jumps ahead here.
I was just about to say after that first pitch fastball for a strike, will he see another fastball this at bat? You got a runner in scoring position, and Chacín's got the good feel for that slider. He just demonstrated that to get ahead 0-2. See if he throws one off the plate here, and Aguilar fishes for it.
Tried to, but not tantalizing enough.
Talked about Austin Hedges in our open, and he does it all. He sees the ball in the dirt. He gets down. Good fielding position to keep that ball in front of him.
Two on, nobody out. Aguilar takes a hack and fouls it off to the right out of play. Aguilar with a home run on Monday to soft Luis Perdomo.
That was a hanging slider, the home run. And did you see the last pitch as Manuel Margot drew a little leather? Aguilar actually thought he caught it.
And he got the good news.
Yeah.
Continue around the bases.
That last pitch we just saw was a hanging slider, just like that home run, and he fouled it back.
Chacín with a win last time out. 6 1/3, giving up 3 runs. Added his record to 4-3 individually, coming in with a 5.12 ERA. 9th start of the year for the opening day starter for the Padres. Rounds it foul over by the on deck circle.
This is a good at bat for Jesus. Hey, if the pitch is in the zone for this Brewer team, they're hacking aggressively. They are going after it. And then pitchers, there are some pitchers that'll be a little tentative then to throw strikes, and that's when they, work a walk.
Had been ahead 0-2. It's a full count now. 8th pitch of the at bat coming up here to Aguilar. There is Shaw, about to make his first appearance of the series. As the catcher hedges out to talk to Chacín here with a full count.
Keep an eye on that guy in second base. Hey, it wouldn't hurt to put on a pickoff play, just to keep him close.
Well, Thames has been gone. Aguilar 5 for 9 in his absence. So I mean, he has stepped it up here.
Hey, you send the runners here?
I would.
Okay, it's a great chance for a triple play then. A line drive right at somebody.
Chacín thinking along those lines as he went off the backside, looked at second base. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. No contact, even better. And that is out number 1. First strikeout for Chacín.
Big league pitch for the right-hander. Went to the slider. Tough to lay off for Aguilar, and that's a big first out. Well, you get the feel for that early. That's a good sign. And especially Don being 0-2 to full count and then wiping him out there with that pitch. That's a good pitch.
So 2 on 1 away, and brings up Travis Shaw, who grounds one back up the middle into center field, a base hit. Sogard coming around from second base. He will score the game's first run And the Brewers take a 1-0 lead. Travis Shaw in his return doesn't wait around. Sends a bouncing ball back up the middle and puts the Brew Crew on top 1-0.
Travis Shaw has been waiting for this at bat for a few days now, and that pitch at 91 away, getting extended, not hit hard. Actually sounded like it was off the end of the bat, not hitting the sweet spot and beating the shift, because they were playing him to pull a little bit on the right side of the infield. Not the full man shift, but they were playing him to pull on that right side.
So 2 on, 1 away, a run in. And Domingo Santana, the right fielder, standing in. Here's strike 1 as Chacin jumps ahead. 32nd start in right field for him of the now 39 games that he has been a part of. 5 homers, 17 runs driven in. To center, Margot will step to his left and take care of out number 2. No advance for the base runners. Throw goes to third. And there are now 2 outs here in the first inning. He's up Jet Bandy. And he started the first game of the series doing the catching, and he starts game 3. 2 teams will play day baseball here in San Diego tomorrow. The finale of this 4-game series for the arrival of the Arizona Diamondbacks for the weekend. On the ground to shortstop. Ibar will go to second, underhanded for the force out. That ends the inning. A run for the Brewers. The Padres are coming up. Here as we head to the bottom of the first inning, as the Padres coming up. You check out Andy Green starting 9, brought to you by Toyota. And Will Margot leading it off and in center field. Corey Spangenberg batting second and third base. Will Myers at first base with Yangervis Solarte at second. Austin Hedges does the catching. Eric Ibar at shortstop at 6th. Hunter Renfroe is in right field. Alan Cordoba gets a start in left. And Jolie Chacin out of the number 9 spot, the pitcher for the Padres. It's been a terrific start for this right-hander for the Milwaukee Brewers in Matt Garza.
Well, the 33-year-old veteran making his 5th start. He throws all 4 pitches and tries to keep the opposing hitters off balance with his off-speed stuff. So keep an eye on just that. The curveball, the slider, the changeup. Will he show the fastball early in the count? Will he show the fastball out of the zone to have the hitters chase? The velocity's down a little bit. There are some times in careers where pitchers have to try to reinvent themselves. Let's see what type of Matt Garza we see tonight.
Coming in 2-0 with a nifty 2.66 earned run average. 5th start for the right-hander, and Will Margot leads it off here for the Padres, trailing by a run. Last season Garza was 6-8 with a 4.51 earned run average in 19 starts. Ended up with a right lat strain and on the DL. Ended up on the 60-day DL to finish out the season. So bouncing back this year so far.
So keep an eye on the velocity. 91 and 90 from Garza, trying to peck away at that outside corner.
4th year for him with the Brewers. It's not been a success. 6 and 14 the year before last. This is an opposite field base hit for Manuel Margot. So a good start to the bottom of the 1st inning for the Padres.
Manuel Margot continues to impress and hit the ball where it's pitched. Taking this ball, look at him track that ball with the head. The head is still, sure the body's drifting out a little bit, but the hands stay back a little bit, and it's just a little ground ball to the right fielder. Why is the floor wet, Todd? Well, I don't know, Margot.
Lead runner on, and Corey Spangenberg standing in on the left side. Glance over at first, and Margot back to the bag. Matt Garza starting his major league career with the Minnesota Twins in 2006, time in Tampa Bay, Chicago with the Cubs, Texas, and now his 4th year in Milwaukee. Spangenberg trying to bunt, pops it up. Catcher Bandy coming back to make the catch. Spangenberg trying to bunt, and he pops out to the catcher for the first out here at the bottom of the 1st inning. Now for the Brewers defensively tonight, Hernan Perez in left field with Keon Broxton in center. Domingo Santana around and right. Travis Shaw back at 3rd base. First appearance of the series. 4 errors so far in the year for Shaw. You got Orlando Arcia at short, Eric Sogard at 2nd, Jesus Aguilar at 1st. And Jet Bandy doing the catching for Matt Garza. 1 down, Margot at 1st, and it brings up Will Myers. Myers with a home run in last night's ball game. He's got a 16-game on-base streak, and this one is going to kind of bloop towards short. Throwing on the run is Arcia in time to get Myers. That was weird the way it went out towards shortstop.
It was really weird because he got jammed big time. I mean, if that wasn't just inches from his hands, it was at least down by the label. And that ball checks up like a 9-iron on the green to where Arcia's got a charge. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen a ball off the bat from such a big kid. Like, look at, oh, that's down. Yeah. That's down by the hands.
Yep.
And that's exactly why that ball didn't travel the way it did.
Didn't go anywhere. Ended up just in behind the mound, a little bloop. And he is out number 2, so Margot into scoring position here for Yangervis Solarte. Solarte just 2 for his last 26. 77 last 8 games for Yangervis. Overall 236, 3 homers, 20 runs batted in. Strike call, and it's even at 1-1. Solarte was not so sure.
That was the changeup from Garza after a fastball, and just gets the outside corner at the knees. Now the fastball 90-91, the changeup 82-83, not bad.
Solarte with a double yesterday. Fastball straightens him up at 91, and that's kind of where Garza's been.
And see what he's doing with the fastball there. It's almost like showing him in off the plate to move his feet just a little bit. And then, you know, the beauty of that is he can double up inside if he wants to, but he can go soft away again with a changeup.
Most wins he's ever had in his career, 15 back in 2010 with Tampa Bay. He had 33 starts.
He tried to double up on the fastball.
Solarte hitting at .333 with runners in scoring position, and that one right now is see Austin Hedges waiting on deck. Padres batting here in the bottom of the first inning, trailing 1-0. Solarte lifts one to shallow center field. Shortstop Arcia out. Broxton coming in, and it's Broxton who makes the catch that ends the inning. Margot is left at second. Brewers have a 1-0 lead. Is brought to you by Nissan. Now this series is into its third game, and Milwaukee with a 1-0 advantage over San Diego. To the second inning we go. Cloud covered. A little on the cool side tonight as well. Bottom third of the Brewers order. Keon Broxton, Orlando Arcia, and Matt Garza will face Chacin. Broxton hitting at .258. Grounder back to Chacin. Throw to first base. Soft toss, and in time to get Broxton for the first out.
No, that's getting in the guy's kitchen right there. We saw Will Myers last half inning get sawed off. That was Willie Mays Hayes like. Remember in Major League when he
Are there going to be push-ups involved?
Hey, he's got to hit the ball on the ground, right?
One out here in the second. It brings up Orlando Arcia.
Every time you hit a ball in the air, you owe me 10 push-ups.
You Lou Brown. Pitch outside to Arcia. Shortstop hitting at .215. 4 homers and 14 runs batted in.
So that means that Chacin's got good movement on that two-seam fastball into the righties. So they can't square it up.
On the ground to first, and Myers with a nice play to his left. 2 down here in the second inning. And tonight's Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. And Jolie Chacin, third in lowest home ERA this season. How about a 0.45? That'll work. Only Jason Vargas of the Royals and James Paxton of the Mariners with better home earned run average numbers. You know, 3 home starts.
I can only speak from experience, but I remember being if you're with a club and you get used to the environs, you love pitching at home, and it just doesn't start on the mound. It's waking up in your own apartment or your own house. It's taking the same route. This might sound, not like a big deal, but it is. You come to your home clubhouse. You hang out with your guys. You've got your big locker. You go to the food room, and you're just used to your environs here, and that goes a long way, I think.
Much more comfortable routine than that of another ballpark someplace else where you may only pitch once a year.
Sure.
Trevor Cahill is also in the top 5, you may have noticed. And today, the bad news, he goes on the DL. Unfortunately, will not make his start tomorrow.
Well, we hope that Trevor Cahill is on his way to a speedy recovery because they need him in the rotation. He's throwing the ball extremely well when he's healthy.
So the news that it'll be Jared Cozart here tomorrow in the finale of the series. Zach Davies going for the Brewers. Right-hander, 4-2. Garza strikes out looking. That's the second strikeout for Chassin. 1-0 Milwaukee.
Rise up and claim something that you really want as a major leaguer, and you don't get endless supply of opportunities, and sometimes things happen that you can't control whatsoever. But at this point in time where he is with us, like, yeah, go run with it. We want to see him do great. We believe in what he has in his right arm. We believe in the way he pitches. We believe in everything about him. He just needs to go fight through it and go compete and go claim what he wants.
That's Andy Green talking about Jared Cozart, who will get the start tomorrow in place of the injured Trevor Cahill. As you mentioned earlier, guys, Cahill going on the 10-day disabled list with some soreness in the back of his shoulder. Now, there's no telling how long Cahill will be on the DL, but certainly, as Andy's describing right here, this is an important opportunity for Cozart. He was with the team last year, got some starts, missed the last part of the season with elbow surgery. This year, he missed some time with a hamstring problem. Andy Green saying it's time for him to step up. He's had plenty of opportunities at the point of his career where it's time to grab that spot. He's going to get that chance now, guys.
All right, well, that'll be interesting. He'll get the start here tomorrow, and certainly Andy Green making it pretty clear there that this is his opportunity.
Do you hear a knock at the door?
I do. It's opportunity.
It's opportunity knocking for that kid right there. Absolutely right. And I'm sure Bob Scanlon had it in his career. I know there were times when I had a chance to spot start, and I tell you what, it was like gold. The opportunity was just like, oh my gosh. Everybody wants to start, unless you're a closer, right? And you're a veteran guy who's a closer. You want to start. You want to be in that rotation. And that is gold when it's thrown your way. You get that opportunity.
He'll get the nod here tomorrow in the finale of this 4-game series. Austin Hedges leading it off here in the bottom of the second inning. Hedges, Ibar, and Renfroe featured in the inning. 221, 8 homers, and 20 runs batted in for the Padres catcher.
How about his 8 home runs? Most of any catcher. It's 20 RBIs, most of any catcher in the National League.
Coming in with a 6-game hitting streak. 9 for 23 with a couple of doubles and a home run.
And with the way he started the season, good for Austin Hedges.
Swing and a miss, and Garza strikes him out. First K for Garza of the night. One down here in the second inning.
Look like Garza going up the ladder here. I don't know if it was by design because Bandy was set up down and away Four-seam fastball up.
One down, 4 in a row. Retired by Garza, and it brings up Eric Ibar. Coming in at third base is Travis Shaw, anticipating perhaps a bunt by Ibar. So he's backed up a little bit, lip of the grass. 38th game of the year for Ibar. This is game 42 of the year as a team. He for 26 in his career against Garza. Couple of doubles, a triple, a home run, a 308 average. On the ground, foul outside of first base.
You see what Garza's trying to do with that fastball? Pound it into the righties. Make them aware of it. If it's off the plate, hey, no damage done. And then some soft stuff. I've seen changeups away. See if he pitches backwards here. 2-1 fastball count. Nope. Heater.
Garza over the years, some postseason experience. 2-0 in league championships with a 1.38 earned run average. That was with Tampa Bay. He was in the World Series with the Rays as well in 2008 when they lost to Philadelphia Phillies. This ground ball softly by the mound. Sogard racing in for out number 2 of the inning. 5 in a row now retired by Garza.
Well, righties and lefties alike. Get into the kitchen. Ibar, the switch hitter, batting from the left side, 94. Hey, that's a little extra right there.
Yeah, it is. It's the hardest we've seen.
Yes. 91, 90, 91, 90, 90, 94 in the fists.
So 2 down in the inning, and it brings up Hunter Renfroe. Talking about Matt Garza in the postseason, he was named the 2008 American League Championship Series MVP. So 2-0 as I mentioned with a 1.38 earned run average. That was in 2 starts against Boston. Off to a great start this year so far. 5th start, he's 2-0 with a 2.66 earned run average. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and Renfroe down 1-2.
Oh, did you see it, Bandy? Trying to get that target up out of the zone. Garza got hedges for the swing. He wanted to do the same thing there by design, go up and out of the zone. Here comes the slider.
Renfroe hitting safely in 6 of his last 7 games. He's got 3 games in a row with an assist from the outfield. He's been impressive out there and showing off that cannon for an arm. Not chasing that, ends up with a walk. The first walk handed out by Matt Garza. Upset with himself as he walks Renfroe with 2 down here in the 2nd inning. Give Alan Cordova a chance here.
And that walk total for Hunter Renfroe is starting to inch up there, huh?
Yes, it is.
The 12th of the year.
A lot lately too. I feel like they've been over the last week or so.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Recognizing bag pitches is just recognizing balls and letting them go. I mean, sure, there's going to be guys, power hitters, guys with some pop, they're going to swing at some bad pitches. It happens. Well, that's a good sign.
So 2 down, Renfroe gaining that lead at first base, and here's Alan Cordova. For 4 so far in this series is Cordova. talking it over with Corey Spangenberg. Tried to bunt at it, it looked like, but did not offer. He's ahead 2-0.
I thought he may have offered. What was that? He did, see? I think he did too.
Yeah, I think he did.
I think that's worse than the other one we saw.
Yeah. But according to first base umpire Kerwin Dantley, he did not, so he's ahead here 2-0. Green light him here.
Why not? You got the pitcher on deck. If you get a big old fatty right there in your zone, that's good to tee off on. Why not?
Takes it for strike one, 3-1. He hit a home run, his first home run back on April 17th at Atlanta. The youngest Padre, 21 years of age. That's Roberto Alomar. It's a homer. Alomar was 20. He's back in 1988. Fights this one off foul, and it's a full count now.
Looked like he may have swung a ball forward right there, huh? That ball tailing in on Cordoba.
Just struck out, Ibar grounded out. Renfroe with a 2-out walk. And now Cordoba battling here with a full count. Renfroe can get a start at first base. There he goes, and Cordoba will pop it up right side of the Milwaukee infield. Sogard makes the catch that ends the inning. Done with 2, 1-0 Milwaukee. Will be coming up here, and the other night he hit a home run in the top of the 10th inning. Of course, the Padres hit one in the bottom of the 10th inning. He was not happy. The Brewers were not happy, and his daughter was really unhappy about the situation.
What? Daddy got a home run too. Daddy did get a home run too, baby. Daddy hit his home run, and then the Padres hit a home run. That's just baseball. There's no crying in baseball.
How awesome is that?
Oh, that's just darling. Oh.
Sogard grounding out here. His daughter here as part of the road trip for the Brewers. And Well, Daddy did hit a home run, but as it turned out, Padres come back and there is no crying in baseball.
You know what? I've got a feeling that Eric Sogard and his wife are probably going to save that video and like play it on her wedding day.
Exactly. That was awesome.
Oh, just darling.
So cool. But she's over it now.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
I wonder if she's mad that her dad just grounded to second.
One down here in the third. Hernan Perez. He'll take a strike. Jumps back out of the way of a pitch that was almost a strike. Good movement there. And the slider from Chacin. Perez with a single his first time up, one of 2 hits for the Brewers, and that one does drop in there for a strike.
Did he go back to the breaking ball? You bet he did. And it straightens up Perez right down the middle.
Four and 3 the record. ERA up over 5 at 5.12. We've talked about the home success for Chacin. Fly ball right field. Hunter Renfroe. 2 down in the 3rd inning.
MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Padres baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Padres home screen icons and app features as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today.
2 down here in the 3rd inning. Jesus Aguilar standing in on the right side. Going in for Eric Thames and doing so successfully. It's 5 for 9 in the series coming in, riding a 4-game hitting streak. 615 is pretty good. 8 for 13 during that time. And I think he went. They check he did, says Kerwin Danley.
Oh, I could have told you that.
If he made contact, would have been a double. Might have been a home run with his strike.
My goodness. You're right.
Yeah.
Big kid like that, that's going a long way.
Could go out of the yard.
Yeah.
After that pitch and striking out for the 2nd time tonight. A 1-2-3 third, a 1-0 Brewers lead. The showstopper, it was today in Cleveland as Kipnis drives this one out to center. Kevin Kiermaier says no and ends the ball game. Timing his leap, making the catch, bringing it back in the yard to end the game. A game that the Rays won 7-4.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Did you order the code red? Jhoulys Chacin leading it off here in the 3rd inning. There have been, by my count, 5 movie references, and we are not out of the bottom of the 3rd inning yet.
Really?
Yep. We started with Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Whatever. So he's 4 for 14 at the plate so far this year. Does have an RBI. Chopper down to 3rd. Travis Shaw tires Chassin for the first out of the 3rd inning.
Hey, he hustled out of the box there. I'm impressed. Doesn't have blazing speed, but you never know. A little bobble here, a bobble there. You get on base and turn that lineup over with a runner on.
1 out. Top of the order coming up. Will Margot.
Who did you have tonight? Pick the stick.
Will Myers.
Okay.
What do you got?
I've got Eric Ibar.
Because of the numbers that he had against Garza?
Yes. And 308 average.
You're making a run. Put together a good couple of weeks here. Pick the stick.
Well, thanks to Tony Gwynn Jr. when he was filling in. And I was on vacation.
Yep.
He helped me out big time, so I credit Tony. Got to give credit where credit is due.
Now Margot has the only Padres hit so far. Look out. Breaking ball has him ducking out of the way. He singled in the 1st inning. He's left at second base. A little tardy on that. 92-mile-an-hour fastball that time from Garza. It acts a little harder at times, kind of sneaky quick.
It's almost as if he kind of saves a little there for certain situations. You know, early in the count, maybe to get ahead with a little bit of movement, and then later in the at bat, a little four-seamer with some giddy up like that there.
Margot's had a very good year, and among rookies, we're the leaderboard as we look at most base hits this year. Of Andrew Benintendi, who's got 42, and Margot with 45.
It's nice to see 2 Padres there on that list. Hunter Renfroe as well.
In the dirt and a full count now. One out in the 3rd, and Margot batting here with a full count. Fouled off to the right out of play. The 8th pitch coming up here of this at bat for Manuel Margot.
Well, 3-2. There's nobody on. There's 1 out, and it's a fastball count. But Garza throws some off-speed stuff anytime, anywhere. Peek into Jet Bandy and see what he wants to throw here. Locate the fastball away. That's what he's going to try to do right here.
Fouled off again, and this lengthy at bat continues. Multi-hit games on the year for Margot. As he fouls it back to the screen. So now 10 pitches in this at bat, and it continues.
Longest at bat in Major League Baseball history. 20 pitches. Bartolo Colon was on the mound for the Indians at Jacobs Field against Ricky Gutierrez. 20 pitches.
Wow.
Every time it gets into double digits, I always think of that. 20.
Swing and a miss, and Margot strikes out for out number 2 of the innings. Check back in with Scan.
Thanks, Don. You know, Mark Grant was mentioning earlier the fact that Garza was doing a nice job of pitching inside earlier in the count. Indeed, he has gone inside to every single batter tonight for the first time through the lineup, with the exception of Hunter Renfroe. And you see there, it's not even inside for strikes. He's making sure that if he misses inside off the plate. It does two things. Not only does it open up the outside part coming the second time through the lineup, but also it takes the pressure off your relievers later in the ball game. They don't need to establish the inside part of the plate because your starter's already done it.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. Well, Corey Spangenberg now standing in.
Bob makes a great point there. And that's what pitching is all about. It's just not getting the sign and then throwing. You got to have an idea. Garza's been around the block. He knows exactly what he's trying to do. Although pitchers, position players, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Throws fastballs for strikes 70% of the time, Garza does, and then ineffective with the curveball. Can't locate that one because the opponents are hitting a 481 clip, and then you see the velocities of his arsenal on the bottom.
Does that make you nervous when you look at that? I mean, if you look at your own strengths and weaknesses, you look at that and you go, wow,
well, first of all, there'd be tons of weaknesses.
Okay, well, let's pick one, like his 481 against.
Yeah, I would think if that's the case, that tells me he's getting knocked around. He can't throw it. You better make sure either you bounce it like that last pitch we saw was just happened to be a curveball. If you've got opponents hitting 481 on the curveball and you want to throw a curveball and you don't want to just tank it, it better be a pitch like that in a count where it's not going to hurt you.
That would make me very nervous to know that hitters are hitting almost 500 against one of my pitches. I would probably be reluctant to throw it.
Got it right. I could see that. But I think some pitchers might think, you know what, if I can locate it and bounce it and not have it hurt me, it'll be a good look-see pitch. So it'll set up another pitch possibly. But I better make sure that I buried it.
Perez moving back. He'll have room and put it away for out number 3 of the third inning. Through 3. Milwaukee on top 1-0. Have 1-0 advantage, and well pitched so far here as we get ready for the 4th, as Mark Sweeney joins us here in the booth. And Mark, it's been amazing this year. Jhoulys Chacín extremely good at home.
Yeah, and he has, and really we always talk about a slider, but the other stuff is a good compliment to all of his pitches. But yes, I mean, it pitched much better in Chicago. Got his win his last series, but he has been very good, as you said, Don, here.
Now 8 in a row retired by Chacín as he works here into the 4th inning. Travis Shaw leading it off here for Milwaukee. Goes the other way, and that is a foul ball, barely down that left field line, very close.
You know, speaking of good, Travis Shaw has changed this lineup, and why I say that, because the left-handed power has come into the game. Obviously 8 home runs coming into tonight, but he has done a really good job against left-handers. That was a knock on him in Boston, and I don't think it was just due. Like just getting him an opportunity and getting him a base of 500 at bats, you're going to see he can handle, and he has the approach to handle left-handers.
Right, an 8-game hitting streak. That includes what he has done tonight, a single in the first to drive in a run, the only run of the game.
And Mark, you make a good point, because if you're going to be an everyday left-handed hitter, right, you're going to have to face those guys, tough lefties.
If you're hitting in the middle of the order, you know at crunch time, most managers are going to go into it and say, I'm going to bring in my best reliever. It doesn't mean a lefty, but a best reliever that gives the best opportunity to shut them down. Saw Craig Counsell do that in the first game. He brought his closer in against the toughest part of the Padres lineup.
Well, Travis Shaw's dad, Jeff Shaw, was an all-star. Cleveland, Montreal, Chicago, Cincinnati. Pitch outside. Last 2 seasons for Shaw spent in Boston. Total of 16 home runs for him last year as he drives one out towards center field. Margot will have room, and he makes the catch shy of the track for out number 1. Well, it's time now for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks, and we'll take a look at Hunter Renfroe's defense.
Well, right fielders usually have the best arm because it's the longest throw to third base, but how about Hunter Renfroe? 4 assists on the year, 3 assists in 3 consecutive games, gunning him down at home plate. That's not a musket out there, that's a howitzer, locked and loaded.
A musket.
It's not a pea shooter. And the word travels fast, right, guys?
That's right, it's true.
There's Austin Hedges taking one off the head again. I loved what you said today in the pregame about Austin Hedges and what he has brought, and I thought you made a really good point. His toughness that obviously we see there. And then you see how he's calling a game, how he's executing everything, and where he's at this part of the season. I think he is becoming the leader in that clubhouse, or one of, I should say.
How many times has he been hit on the backswing lately? It seems like 4 or 5 times in the last week or 2.
Yeah, and then the foul ball's off the grill, right?
Yep. Santana will ground one to short. Ibar races in and retires Santana. 2 down.
Well, Eric Ibar is so good when he's coming forward.
You know, guys, we talk about wipeout sliders, but this is a 1-2 fastball. But look at the defensive swing. Santana, he might have the breaking ball in the back of his head. He recognizes fast. He goes, uh-oh, emergency swing. Whoop, whoop, I got to get, I'm committed. But a great located fastball to a slick fielding shortstop. Oh, no, really?
Rain falling here at Petco Park with 2 down in the 4th inning.
Look, something shiny.
Trevor Cahill hitting on the DL today. Unfortunately, we had noticed in that last outing, Mark Sweeney, he was kind of trying to stretch out that shoulder in the later stages of his outing in Chicago.
Yeah, it seemed like he was favoring a little bit, and it's unfortunate because I think Andy Green said the right thing too. He doesn't want to give up that ball, and when he is starting and the type of stuff that he has, so it's unfortunate going on the disabled list for the 2nd time this year.
You think the 10-day DL has had some guys go on the DL maybe a little more regularly than perhaps in the past? We had to miss a longer amount of time on the 15-day.
I think they're going to be clubs, and we've seen a little bit of it already, manipulating that 10-day DL and working it so that they could kind of take advantage of it. Don't you think, Mark?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be one of those things that you definitely have an opportunity to monitor those innings, and I think teams are going to take advantage of it, and I think it's a quick decision when it comes down to it. 15 days, especially for an everyday player, and a guy tweaks his hamstring, they want to keep him on the roster until they know it's going to be a lengthy visit.
Jed Bandy here, batting for the second time, grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning. Getting his second look at Jhoulys Chacín. Popped up, foul ground. Myers will go as far as he can, but won't have a play. Padres starting staff eating up some innings so far this season. Most innings pitched by starters on the year. The Padres 229 and 2/3 innings in that category. And the Giants starters going the deepest.
And that's a great sign, but there are other factors that come into play when you look at the Padres as a whole. Some miscues that have hurt the starters, right?
Yep.
Lack of offense at times.
On the ground, left side, softly hit. Spangenberg fires to first for the out that ends the inning. 11 in a row retired by Chacín. Last night we got into a discussion. I've been using a term over the last, I don't know, 10 years that you surround the plate with a pitch. And Ryan Buchter and Brandon Maurer came up to me today, and that pitch right there from Buchter surrounded the plate. And so last night we had the discussion, and Mutt said it was impossible that it could surround the plate like this. And so Buchter came up to me and Maurer came up to me today, and they said, hey, you know what? We both throw pitches that surround the plate but never go across the plate.
What do you think of that?
So then Buchter said, go back and check my pitch against Abisail Garcia on Friday night, the first one I threw. It surrounded the plate. So we just showed you the video that it is possible.
What do you think of that, Sally Jesse?
The plate.
Are you done?
I'm done now.
The camera angle is offset.
No, that showed that it's around.
Can we see it again?
Yeah, the camera's offset.
I would
the
like to see it
shortstop
again.
side of second base. So therefore, if you move the camera angle over directly, mound,
then it's impossible.
You've been around Ryan Buchter, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he lies about surrounding the plate?
I even debated him about it. I said it cannot.
Here we go.
A ball cannot physically surround the plate.
Watch this.
See, the camera's offset.
Surrounds the plate.
That surrounds the plate to me.
Right around it.
No, because the catcher is way back. So where he caught the ball, it's still off the plate.
So if he's forward, it's not surrounding it?
Anyway.
The ball cannot break that sharply going that speed.
Didn't you say last night with a side armor, a right-handed
maybe
side armor?
I dropped a maybe. I dropped a maybe. It's a very small maybe.
I can't believe you're saying that about Ryan Buchter.
I can't believe it either.
Hey, you know what? I love my relievers, but you know I got to
tell him this?
I got to call him as I see him.
Did you tell him after he talked to me?
I told him to his face. I said it can't happen. And you know who else agreed with me?
Who?
You know who's on my side?
Who?
Darren Balsley.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
I mean, I never saw that coming.
All right. Well, we could put away our props now, I guess.
I like it, though. It's a good argument.
Myers bounces one down to third. Shaw across the diamond in time.
Maybe we should get Doc Nye, the science guy, to talk about it.
Bill Nye?
Yeah. A ball surrounding the plate.
It sure looks surrounding to me.
Just never gets the corner. It just goes right around.
I'm on Buchter's side.
Yep.
And Mauer.
Hey, I'm on their side too, but when it comes to pitches like that, I'm a big fan of those guys.
I'm a big fan of them surrounding the plate.
0-1 down here in the fourth inning. Yangervis Solarte, the batter. Scan, what do you think about surrounding the plate, my friend?
You know, just because Mark Grant threw everything straight doesn't mean that other people can't manipulate the ball.
He couldn't surround the plate. That's the problem.
Exactly. Just because you've never experienced it yourself doesn't mean others aren't capable.
Center field, and Broxton going back to make the catch. Took him to the dirt of the track out there in center. Harvis thought he might have gotten it out of the yard, but instead he is out number 2 with the fourth inning.
Oh, maybe just a little bit too quick to this one. Let's see, it's a four-seamer. Yeah, out front just a little bit too, huh, Mark?
Yep, right off the end of the bat just a little bit. Didn't have that great sound, but a good pass for Solarte. Solarte thought, in my mind, he had it, but the frustration continues.
Two down here in the fourth inning brings up Austin Hedges. He struck out swinging in the second inning.
You know, plus surround means that the ball goes around the ball like the sun, like the Earth orbits the sun.
Don't get angry.
The Earth goes around the sun, right? Surrounds the sun.
Don't get angry. We
Calm
think
down.
of you a certain way. Don't.
I'm gonna fight. How about if I surround Sweeney or give you a knuckle sandwich?
Calm down. Relax.
Lighten up, Francis.
Two down here in the fourth for Austin Hedges, ahead in the count 1-0. On the ground to Shaw at third. Throw gets there in plenty of time. It's a 1-2-3 fourth inning for Matt Garza. 1-0 Milwaukee. It's Padres baseball brought to you by Sycuan. Sign up for the Padres club card today. By Jack in the Box. Come try the new guacamole and bacon chicken sandwich only at Jack in the Box. And by Honda. Great deals are waiting for you now at your local Honda dealer. Fifth inning back at Petco Park in San Diego. Milwaukee Brewers in town for Game 3 of the 4-game series, and the Brewers with a 1-0 advantage against Jhoulys Chacín and the San Diego Padres. Eric. Keon Broxton standing in and taking strike one. Bottom third of the Brewers order, Broxton, Arcia, and Garza.
You know, I'd like to see this inning, guys, is Chacin throw fewer than 10 pitches. That was the 62nd pitch here in the 5th. Try to curb the pitch count a little bit so we can go possibly deeper.
Yeah, good point.
22 pitch first inning.
Yeah,
was the biggest so far for him.
Well, he's settled down after that. He's been perfect ever since.
He's retired 11 in a row. And a swing and a miss here. And striking out is Broxton. One down in the 5th. It's time now for the Unlimited Baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Albert Pujols moved into 11th place on the career RBI list ahead of Carl Yastrzemski. Over 1,800. Dallas Keuchel, first 7-game winner, now 7-0 with 1.84 earned run average. And how about the Rangers on an 8-game winning streak? And we saw them in Arlington start to heat it up. To short, deep short, rounding in behind, and a throw off balance, and plenty of time by Ibar. Nice play. It's his counterpart in Orlando Arcia at first base, 2 down.
Did you guys think that the Texas Rangers, I know sure there's a lot of baseball left as we take a look at Ibar here, getting a little oomph on the run and accurate as well, but the Texas Rangers, was only a matter of time before they started to maybe make that move like they've made?
I did, and I think we talked about it when the Texas Rangers were here in town. The Adrian Beltre factor is real. Like, everyone has an identity when Adrian Beltre is in that lineup. He is not off the disabled list yet, but they are playing much better baseball. That Houston Astros team and the Rangers, it's going to come down to the end, and it's going to be fun baseball.
And Mike Napoli still swinging a hot bat, as we saw in the series in Arlington, and he has continued on.
Yeah, that's another factor too, Don, and we talked about it in Texas. Mike Napoli gives them an identity too. He's a winner. He's a proven winner, obviously on Cleveland's team last year and back with the Rangers for the 3rd time. But yes, he's the other guy, and that's a good mixture.
Well, Garza chases that. There's your quick inning, Mud, for Chacin. 8-pitch inning, 1-0 Milwaukee.
I don't want my guys going up there trying to walk to scare the pitcher out of the zone, and a byproduct is walks will come if you swing at pitches in the zone and be aggressive or have aggressive takes outside the zone. So yeah, the walks are starting to go up a little bit, and that is an indication of everybody's hard work and buying into the philosophies.
Interesting. Aggressively patient.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense because that process comes with working on your mechanics when you get to the field, but also trusting your process and what you're trying to do and zoning in certain pitches. Alan Zinter is an excellent hitting coach when you talk about the game. He has a good blend of mechanics, but also can drop you into a mode. And when you get aggressive, and Hunter Renfroe is starting to do it now, when you're aggressive, you can start taking pitches the right way. Obviously, coming into the season, the slider gave him problems. Now you're starting to see a little bit of patience starting that road trip. Now you're starting to see the patience and aggressiveness. And to Alan Zinter's point, going out there and attacking the strike zone in your pitch.
I can speak from experience when, you know, if you're out on the hill and you're throwing strikes or you're around the plate and you got these guys taking aggressive hacks, you're kind of like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, you don't want to be so, then you start to nitpick a little bit. And then you find yourself behind 3-1, then there's a walk. Okay, and I think that's along the same lines that what he's kind of talking about.
Yeah, he wants you to be aggressive. It doesn't mean you're taking pitches. You're hitting yours and taking their tough pitches.
And Eric Ibar leading it off here. 6, 7, and 8 for the Padres in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch 60 coming up for Garza. A little tardy on the 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Ibar, first time up, grounded out to the second baseman, Eric Sogard. Trying to bunt his way on, bunts it foul. Garza with 2 strikeouts, a walk. He's only given up 1 hit. That was the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 1st inning, Manuel Margot. Since then, only a walk, and in a string right now where he's retired 7 in a row. Ibar leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th. Two and two. Ibar with the most experience against Garza among these Padres batters tonight. Fly ball, center field. Keon Broxton out there in center. Handles out number 1. The last time Hunter Renfroe was up, this is how Garza approached it.
Well, a lot of breaking balls, and you could see elevated fastball to try to change that eye level, but he's staying off the slider, and it's a very good first at bat. Gave him a lot of information, and he picked up that release point, which all of these young players, this is a first for a lot of times, so that first at bat is very important.
One down here in the 5th, and Renfroe getting his 2nd plate appearance of the night. He walked in the 2nd inning. Now he swings away and lifts a high fly ball to right. Domingo Santana for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. 9 in a row retired by Garza. And brings up Cordova. This is a different looking Matt Garza than we've seen the last couple of years for the Milwaukee Brewers, no doubt. Told you his numbers off the top, 2-0, 2.66 ERA, and we're getting to see how he is doing it right now this season.
I mentioned the 33-year-old. It's sometimes, you know, when you lose velocity, you have to try to maybe reinvent yourself. And he is, if you look under the definition of pitching in baseball terms, that's exactly what he's doing tonight. And that one at bat we showed, the walk to Renfroe, you know, as I said earlier, the fastball for show, and then he's, you know, throwing some off-speed stuff there. Backing the hitters off the plate, not missing on the inner third because you can get hurt.
There's a liner into left center field. That's going to get down. A gapper to the track on the wall off the bat of Cordova. He's got good speed, and he's thinking 3. Hit it in that direction. The throw will go there. It'll be late. A triple for Alan Cordova with 2 down here in the 5th inning.
Well, competitive at bats. We continue to see him from Alan Cordoba. The mistake fastball over the middle and absolutely drills this in the gap. They were shifted over to the right side. And this gets through with 2 outs. You have to be sure you are safe at third. Well, with this speed, he was pretty safe. Easily sliding into third base.
You know what's impressive about that? That ball was hit hard, got out there quickly. And usually you see a triple when it's hitting the other gap. And that speed, Mark, you and I looked at one another after he slid it through. We're like, wow. To see him gallop once he got past first base and rounded second.
And he's not a small guy. You stand next to him, and he's got some size to him and plenty of frame to develop into.
Well, Jhoulys Chacín can help himself out right here. Pitch in the dirt again, blocked again by Bandy. That's back-to-back pitches, and it's 2-0 to the pitcher. Two down here in the last of the fifth. Padres have the tying run 90 feet away.
You can't just groove a fastball to Chacín. He knows how to handle the bat. See 2 outs as runners in scoring position.
Popped up, foul ground. Aguilar by the stands, one of the play. Back up into the seats.
I think Jhoulys is mad because he missed that pitch. He felt he should have done some damage with that one.
Tying run in Cordoba at third base. Pitch 70 for Garza. That's strike 2. Back to the gas at 92.
Exactly where he wanted it.
Chacín kind of hacks at that. A pitch up by his middle of the cap.
See the height. That's a wow. Cordoba speed, wow. That swing, wow.
He got a real good look at it because it was up by his eyes. Bounces in, ball 3. A pretty good AB right now, full count. Garza had a string of 9 in a row, snapped on the triple by Cordoba. And he has a run of support tonight. Padres have a chance to tie it up.
He's lost the feel of the breaking ball, so you see if he's going to go to the fastball again inside.
Chop foul outside of third.
Mark, you're exactly right, because I think that's where Bandy was set up, and he just missed a little bit. It was down, but he missed with that.
8th pitch of the at-bat is coming up here for Jhoulys Chacín. Chopped to short. Arcia coming in. His throw is good, and the inning is over. Padres lead Cordoba at third and trail the Brewers 1-0.
Padres nothing. Tomorrow on FS1, it's a battle of the power hitters when Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees take on Eric Hosmer, the Kansas City Royals. Coverage begins tomorrow at 4 Pacific on FS1.
On to the 6th inning back at Petco Park in San Diego. Game 3 in the 4-game series between the Brewers and the Padres. The Palms here at Petco Park. Jhoulys Chacín has now retired the last 14 batters in a row as he starts this 6th inning. Top of the order, Eric Sogard, Hernan Perez, and Jesus Aguilar. Brewers got 2 hits and a run in the 1st inning. There's been nothing since. Pitch 70 coming up here for Chacín.
Nothing like staying in that windup, guys. You get a streak going, 14, 15, 16 in a row.
Oh, you made such a good point with an efficient inning. The last inning gives them more options, especially trying to navigate the 3rd time through, which I think is a very difficult task for these starting pitchers at times.
On the ground as Solarte slides to the backhand and throws out Sogard. Well, not much hitting in this game so far, but there are some hitting going on. Bryce Harper, Ryan Zimmerman, and Freddie Freeman so far off to amazing starts this season. Keeping in mind that David Ortiz led Major League Baseball last year with a .620 slugging percentage. That being blown out of the water right now by these 3.
It's an incredible year. Obviously, the Washington Nationals have had a great start, but I like the story about Freddie Freeman. Terrible start last year at the beginning of the year. He got right at the end of the year, but now coming up and seeing him healthy. It's a very good pitcher. Very good hitter when you think about the length that he can swing. You know, obviously that left center approach, but the new ballpark is probably helping him out.
Having Matt Kemp in the lineup when he's healthy. Those are MVP years putting up, those 3 guys putting up right there.
Sharply hit to short, and Einbar takes care of out number 2. 16 in a row retired by Chacín. 2 down here in the 6th inning. They got 9 ground ball outs for Chacín to 5 2/3. Don't you got Mudley?
I don't know.
Do you keep that?
I do. I do. I just don't want to take the time to count them.
Oh, okay. We'll check with you another time.
I'm sure Biff, our statistician, has got it. He gives a thumbs up, Don, so
9?
I trust Biff.
9? Okay, we got 9 ground ball outs. Thanks for your contribution.
You're welcome. Glad I could help.
Outside, a ball and a strike. Aguilar 0 for 2. He struck out twice, both times swinging.
And I know we talk about this all the time. The streak that Chacín's got going on, the defense just absolutely loves it. Not a lot of time, and you see the pitch breakdown, but not a lot of time on defense.
Goes chasing and strikes out for the 3rd time tonight against Chacín. 6 strikeouts for Chacín. 17 in a row retired by Chacín. It's 1-0 Milwaukee. For the Padres to the bottom of the 6th inning we go with the Padres coming up. It's time now for our fans of the game, brought to you by San Diego. A nice night here at Petco Park in San Diego.
Hoping for some runs. Jhoulys Chacín is pitching his little heart out.
Yep. Well, Margot trying to get on here to begin things in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 for 2 in the game against Matt Garza.
Well, pinched in on the corners, Travis Shaw and Aguilar. He's protecting on the bunt. This is when offensively you start doing things differently.
On the outside corner. Margot with a base hit to right field in the 1st. Then he struck out swinging in the 3rd. It's not been a big strikeout night for Garza. 2 strikeouts. It has been very effective, only allowing 2 hits. And only 1 since the 1st inning. Tried to bunt and almost gets hit. Did that go off the bat or did the bat hit Bandy?
You know what? Very tough to tell. It happened so quickly. Did he offer it that?
Yeah, no, it looked like he pulled back, but then he released the bat, and I think it hit Bandy.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
Trying to get out of the way, just kind of flipped it back at the catcher.
Oh, that fastball was riding in. You could see almost hitting that right elbow. The back elbow.
Yeah.
2-2. This has been the problem for Matt Garza. 429 batting average, 3rd time through the lineup, and it starts right here with Margot. Top of the order, 3rd time.
Go. Foul ball. Oh, okay. He didn't call foul ball, did he? Till late.
He did not call foul ball.
I was going to say. Drop 3rd strike. That was a late foul ball call.
Yeah, I think Garza thought he missed it as well. I don't think he hits that. See, Garza. It's not the end of the inning.
Yeah.
80th pitch coming up here for Garza. 2-2 to Margot. There's a foul off to the right out of play. Garza's still throwing hard. 93.
Yeah, and you see Margot protecting himself and being able to handle that fastball. Sometimes fouling that off gives you another opportunity. We've seen him with 2 strikes handle that bad breaking ball.
Line and caught at first base by Aguilar. A line drive right around his ankles, but he goes down to make the catch for the 1st out of the bottom of the 6th inning.
Good swing, squared up. Nothing you do about it there.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and he's unlucky here. It's a hot smash. Aguilar, a nice play.
One down here in the 6th inning brings up Corey Spangenberg, goal for 2. He is fouled out to the catcher and flied out to left.
Laying off the high cheese, if you want to call it 90 cheese. But that's, you know, you guys mentioned it. He's changed the speeds with the fastball.
On the ground, Aguilar knocks it down, stays with it, flips to Garza, who's there and waiting. Aguilar going down to get that ball, and credit Garza for getting over there very quickly. And there are 2 outs here in the 6th inning. going to have to help out.
Doesn't look like the most athletic guy down there at first base, but just knocking it down. You know, I remember JT Snow telling me a long time ago, he said, you know what? Who says you got to field it cleanly every time? If you knock it down in front of you and you still are within reach of the ball, don't panic. Throw it to first, whoever's covering. Just keep it in front of you. You knock it down, you got a chance.
Now 2 down here in the 6th inning. Here's Will Myers. Third AB of the night. He has grounded out twice tonight so far. Once to short, once to third. 0 for 2. Back-to-back slider cheer from Garza. 1 for a strike, 1 for a ball.
Fastball in.
And Myers hits it on the ground, and diving is the second baseman Sogard. His throw will be late. Will Myers with an infield hit with 2 down here in the 6th inning. We were shifting on the left side on Myers. And Sogard able to come up with it, but he cannot throw out Myers. Too much speed.
I think Sogard did everything correctly. It's that Will Myers busted it out of the box. You know, they've got in his kitchen tonight. Look at the big kid galloping down the line. Go Seabiscuit.
Two down now for Solarte. 0 for 2. And Harris has flied out to center twice in this game. Last time he thought he got it out of the yard. Keon Broxton got back on the dirt of the track to make the catch. Jammed, and a little flare to center field. Broxton coming in. He will not make the catch. It's behind him, and Myers will keep running. Coming around third, going to try and score. Throw to the plate will be not in time. Throw gets away, but Solarte still at second base as the Padres tie the game 1-1. Just a flare out to center field, and Broxton gambled. Could make the catch, ends up behind him, and Myers scores all the way from first base.
Exactly what the Padres needed. They've been battling with some at-bats. They get into the kitchen of Myers. They get in the kitchen there or off the end of the bat, but looks like a very catchable ball for Broxton. Yes. And that's the second time he had in the first game of the series, very catchable ball. And you can see his reaction.
How about Seabiscuit? Coming all the way around.
And it's Myers at the wire.
So Solarte gets credit for a double and an RBI. And the Padres have tied the game here in the 6th inning. Now looking to grab a lead. Austin Hedges struck out and grounded out. Strike one. Now 2 down. The infield hit for Will Myers gets it started. Runners in scoring position. Austin at 333. 13 RBIs and a couple of home runs for the Padres backstop. Swing and a miss for Hedges. Finds himself in a hole. 0-2. Ninety pitches right now for the Brewers starter Matt Garza. And Yangervis Solarte representing the go-ahead run out there at second base with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Myers has scored the tying run in this inning. And a swing and a miss for Hedges, who strikes out to end the inning. But a double for Yangervis Solarte. Scores Will Myers all the way from first base and ties this game 1-1. Padres and Brewers all tied up after 6. Padres as we head into the 7th inning. I want to remind you, the day after the Padres score 5 or more runs, get 50% off any regular menu price online order at papajohns.com. Enter promo code Padres5. 7th inning back at Petco Park, and Travis Shaw about to lead it off here for the Milwaukee Brewers, and Padres going into a shift on the right side with Corey Spangenberg, third baseman, moving to the right side, and Travis Shaw 1 for 2 in the ball game with an RBI single. That was back in the 1st inning, supplying Brewers with their run in the midst of an 8-game hitting streak. 357 along the way, and grounding into the shift. Spangenberg right side throws out Shaw. 1 down here in the 7th inning.
He's got the feel. He's got the release point down. When you're counting ground balls.
Well, we got 18 outs in a row recorded by Chacin, and he now has 10 ground ball outs.
That's what I had.
You didn't look. One down.
It's fun when you're pitching and you're throwing fewer than 3 or 4 pitches to a batter. You get a grounder. It's just, that's what pitching's all about.
Outside 2-0. He falls behind Domingo Santana. Here is the breakdown officially off my scorecard. 6 strikeouts, 10 ground outs, 3 flyouts for Jolis.
He has had tremendous success with that slider. We just saw down and away. Out of the hand, looks like the fastball, and then bang off the table for the swing and miss. Hey, why not throw another one? Austin Hedges says.
Spin fouled off over by the Padres dugout. Of course, housed on the first base side here at Petco Park. Swing and a miss. Santana chasing after that. He strikes out for the first out of the inning. 7 strikeouts for Chacin.
Well, check out another strikeout for Chacin, but what's he got working? There's the slider down and way to Aguilar. Getting ahead, 2 strikes. You know what? He's not overthrowing it. And when he doesn't overthrow, he gets good downward action on the 2-seamer. That's the 2-seamer away with 2 strikes. And we saw all upper body on that swing there. The front side is opening up. The hitters are getting exposed. If they make contact, it's not in the sweet spot. It's off the end of the bat. I think that's one of the reasons, Don, why you see all those grounders.
Now 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Jet Bandy 0 for 2, rounding into a fielder's choice in the first. Grounded out to third base in the 4th inning. Seven strikeouts, only 1 walk for Chacin. Four and 3 coming into this outing. Padres have tied it up for him offensively. And here's Solarte driving in a run to make it 1-1. Time called here as backing out is Bandy. Chacin in some kind of groove right now. Hooked foul outside of third. It's all the way down to the left field corner, so Cordova's got to go get it. Jammed and a foul off to the right out of play. Hangs at 1 and 2. Chacin still throwing pretty hard out there at 93.
Just going to mention those breaking balls, and then you throw that 92, almost like Garza. Tough to square up that 92 when it's got a little bit of movement. And I think that's exactly what Chacin did that last pitch. Got to throw him a slider here, don't you think? Down and away. There it is.
Didn't chase, and it evens at 2 and 2. Petco Park in San Diego. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Padres and Brewers tied up 1-1. It's been a pitcher's duel here tonight. And Bandy almost got hit on a pitch in that. There's a full count now. Grounded foul into the Brewers dugout, third base way.
Well, 3 and 2, 2 outs, fastball count, and he threw a fastball there and fouled off. So let's see what Chacin goes back with.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Jet Bandy. Nothing else driving up the pitch count of Chacin, who is up to 93 in his outing. Here comes another slider.
Throw it for a strike.
And he bounces it instead, and that breaks up a string of 19 in a row. Retired by Chacin.
Saturday on FS1, NASCAR's biggest stars lay everything on the line for $1 million in the Monster Energy Series All-Star Race. The action starts at 1:30 Pacific with qualifying, then the All-Star Open at 3, followed by All-Star Race at 5 Pacific. It all happens this Saturday only on FS1.
Something funny? 2 down here in the 7th. Bandy at first base. That's only the second walk given up by Chacin in the first since the first inning.
Now it's all about bouncing back. You got a tie score here. You want to cut it right here and now to Broxton. Make a good pitch, get a grounder before 2 strikes, and leave that runner stranded.
There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Both teams with action in the pen. The pens are busy.
He got the feel for the slider back and the called strike.
Swing and a miss, and Chacin comes back to strike out Keon Broxton. 8th strikeout for Jhoulys Chacin. Ends the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch from San Diego. Game summary. It was the Brewers jumping on top 1-0 as Travis Shaw in his return to the lineup drives in Eric Sogard in the first. And the Padres would answer in the bottom of the 6th inning on Henry Solarte. We'll get a double out of this as he gets by Broxton, and scoring all the way from first base is Will Myers to tie the game 1-1, and that's where we are headed into the home half of the 7th inning. Quite a night tonight for Jhoulys Chacín, who at one point had retired 19 Brewers in a row before a 2-out walk of Bandy, and then he finally struck out Broxton to end the 7th. And the game is Carlos Torres, and this pitching change is brought to you by El Cajon Ford.
You know, the one thing, Don, as far as the game summary I look at, the Padre hitters only 3 strikeouts tonight against Garza. They put the ball in play, they battled, put the ball in play to score that run in the 6th to tie it up. So enter Carlos Torres. The Brewers bullpen ranked 4th in the National League with a 3.81 ERA.
So for Garza in the game, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. He walked a batter and struck out 3. Came into the game individually at 2-0, a 2.66 ERA. And Carlos Torres now in the game for Milwaukee. Last pitched on Monday of this 4-game series. Scoreless 7th inning. Up 2 hits and struck out 2 batters. 72 appearances a year ago. Led the team in relief innings, 82 1/3 last year. It's 3 O's in there for a strike to Ibar.
You know, I'm always anxious to see how relievers bounce back the year after when they have a heavy dose of innings, workage the previous year. You know, you get around 80, 90. That could be a workload for some to carry over the next year.
Seen a pretty good bounce back this year from Brad Hand, who of course had 82 appearances out of the pen last year for San Diego. And still working in some very high leverage situations and performing well. And speak of the devil, there is Brad Hand up in the pen. Ibar, Renfroe, and Cordoba expected in the inning. Here's a payoff pitch. And that is strike 3. Ibar spins out of the box. Well, Hunter Renfroe coming up in game 1 of the series on Monday. His 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Went down and got a split-fingered fastball into the first row. And everybody goes home happy that night.
Milwaukee in the 2nd inning tonight. Flied out to right in the 5th. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So a little more giddy up here from this pitcher than the starter, Matt Garza.
They're going to have to turn up the dial. That ball looked like it had a little cut action to it as well.
A lot more walks lately. Fly ball to right field down the line. Domingo Santana towards the line and into foul ground to make the catch for out number 2 of the 7th inning. Two-way, and Alec Cordoba coming up. Popped out to second in the 2nd. Tripled in the 5th inning. And was left at 3rd base. Padres out the pitcher. Jhoulys Chacín coming up in that spot. And Chacín grounded out to shortstop to end the 5th inning. And here he is with 2 down, bases empty. Fouls it back for strike 1. 94 down the middle, maybe a tad up. Ryan Schimpf has come out on deck to bat in the pitcher's spot. If we get that far, there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There is Schimpf on the bench until now.
Wow, that's paint right there. Good cut fastball from Torres.
Reaches out, protects the plate, and fouls it off. Couldn't take that. It was too close to the other pitch.
That one, well, you can see, was out in front of it. Looked like a slurve, a hard slurve, or a curveball from Torres. Bigger break to it. Well, it's hard to lay off.
Too far outside that time. Ball and 2 strikes here to Cordoba. Torres struck out Ibar, got Renfroe. Foul out down the right field line, and now ahead of Cordoba, 1-2. Going back out again. And too far again. 2-2. Big gap out in left center field. Ryan Schimpf waiting on deck. There's the gap out there. As Cordoba fouls it at the dish.
Only one pitch this at bat. Up in the zone. Everything's been peppered away off the plate.
Away again. Nothing in so far here to Cordoba. 8th pitch of the at bat coming up for Cordoba.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do because the outfield swung around that way. He doesn't want to leave anything middle in, somebody can turn on. He's going to give him right center field and right field.
He's going to right field, and that's in for a base hit. Cordoba with his 2nd hit of the night. A little opposite field base hit to right field, and the Padres have a base runner with 2 down.
That is a perfect example of Torres speeding up the bat of Cordoba on this breaking ball. It's not that it's a bad pitch, it's a poorly located pitch. If that one's down and away, he's probably swinging at it, just trying to make contact to stay alive. But because it catches the plate and it's an off-speed pitch, his bat head speeds up, gets to it, and he dumps it into right field for the safety.
So 2 down. Cordoba held on over there by Aguilar. And here is Ryan Schimpf pinch hitting here in the pitcher's spot. Take strike 1. Schimpf hitless in his last 17 at bats. On the ground, foul. Finds himself down here at 0-2. Two outs, 7th inning. Cordoba at first base, held on by Aguilar. Cordoba takes off, and this pitch misses the catcher all the way to the backstop, and Cordoba, who is stealing, takes 2nd base. So he was on the move there with 2 down.
You know, this pitch, it looked like Bandy was looking. He's getting up out of the crouch, and it's all the way over the left-handed batter's box. Big time miss.
So now the go-ahead run in scoring position with 2 down. Schimpf with a chance to break this tie. 1-2. Strike 3. Schimpf takes it. He knew it, and takes with him the 2nd strikeout for Torres. 1-1 score to the 8th.
And Mark Brad Hand is in, so it's going to be a battle of the bullpen.
Mix and match now, and Jhoulys Chacín did everything he could, but now the bullpen has to lock it down, give the offense a chance.
When Mark and I see on Padres Live, the post-game show brought to you by Cox Communications, we're going to break down everything that's happened around the league. Also a bench clear to show you tonight. We'll also hear from Andy Green, and we'll get you set for Game 4, which will be tomorrow. Day game for you tomorrow, so keep that in mind. That's after the final out tonight. Don and Mark?
All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much as we move along here to the 8th inning. Brad Hand, first out of the pen into his 20th game of the year. The 1.96 earned run average. Lefty's only hitting 125 against him. Righty's only 175. Orlando Arcia leading it off. Jonathan Villar has come out on deck here. He would bat in the pitcher's spot. Popped up from shortstop Ibar, in behind the bag at second for out number 1 of the 8th inning. Closed captioning is brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel.
Sure.
Out and brings up VR. So Carlos Torres ends up going an inning, striking out 2, gave up a hit.
How about a quick inning here for Brad Hand to get right back into that Padre dugout and break this tie.
Jhoulys Chacín, 7 innings, 2 hits, a run. He walked 2, struck out 8. At one point had retired 19 Brewers in a row. Ended up with 10 ground ball outs in the game.
He threw a 2-hitter.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that first inning and then the rest of the way, that's a pretty good looking scorecard for Chacín.
2 hits in the first, and give up another the next 6 innings.
Wow. How's that for analysis? Wow.
You break it down like no other.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Sometimes that's the only thing you can say.
Outside for ball 2.
But he was in a groove, and I tell you, when you stay in that delivery and that windup, and you're used to doing that, your mechanics are in order. Your release point is the same. You're repeating your delivery. You're hitting your spots. Next thing you know, you got 7 innings in the books. Look out!
VR rips it right back over the shoulder of Hand, and down goes Hand. It's a base hit to center, pinch hit for VR. And Hand picks himself up off the mound.
That was scary.
Wow.
Oh.
So Hand will collect his thoughts here with 1 out and 1 on. Sogard has walked and grounded out twice. Sogard scored the only Brewers run back in the first inning. Padres got their run in the bottom of the 6th inning. With a 1.96 earned run average on the year, averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. In the air to left field. Cordoba makes his way in and handles out number 2 of the 8th inning. So 2 down. VR remains at first base, and that takes us to Hernan Perez. is 1 for 3 on the night, and one of the 2 hits of Jhoulys Chacín, a single to center field in the first inning. Cincinnati is fly to right and grounded out to shortstop.
Got to remember, we talked about the Brewers scoring early and often. That first inning prior to tonight, 42 runs, now 43. Well, inning 8 and 9 are the 2 innings that the Brewers scored the fewest runs. 2 outs here, and Brad Hand is about to throw up a goose egg.
Keeping a close eye on VR at first base. And a bigger lead now. And noticed and checks on him again. Perez patiently waiting a pitch. Gets one and takes it down and in. A breaking ball for ball 1. Hitters only hitting a combined 166 against Brad Hand. Up and away, and Hedges bluffed to throw to first base, and Hand falling behind now, 2-0.
You know, you also mentioned the workload for Brad Hand last year, 82 appearances, right? Over half, because 81 and 81, that's a full season. And this is game number 42 for the Padres, and this is Brad Hand's 20th game, so almost right on cue as far as last year's pace.
Away, 3-0. So he's thrown 11 pitches since coming into this game, and 7 have been balls. There's a strike, and it's 3-1. It doesn't matter whether it's a lefty or righty. He has been very good against both. 125 against lefties, 175 against right-handers.
That's the breaking ball for you, effective against both. Down and into the righties, down and away to the lefties, and spotting the fastball.
Speaking of breaking balls, here comes a slider. And it's in there for strike 2.
Perfectly placed.
Two down, Jonathan Villar at first base, and a full count here to Hernan Perez. Runner goes, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Hand strikes out Perez and ends the top of the 8th inning. Well, after 8 strikeouts from Chacín, a strikeout for Hand. On to the bottom of the 8th, tied 1-1. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup. Shop at ChooseNissan.com. By Petco, your complete pet store with all the services you need. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Into the bottom of the 8th we go, tied up 1-1. The Brewers and Padres, and the top of the Padres order coming up. Manuel Margot, Corey Spangenberg, Will Myers. Anybody gets on, Hervis Solarte will have a chance as they bat here in the 8th inning against Jacob Barnes into the game and his first appearance of the series.
Well, a little high on the walks there with 11 and 19 plus innings, but the strikeouts are there and pretty good splits for Jacob Barnes. ERA just over 3.5. And this is a high leverage situation for Barnes. Mentioned that ERA for the Brewers, 4th in the National League at 3.8.
Manuel Margot, 1 for 3 in the ball game. It's a 2-hopper out to second base, and Sogard for the first out here of the 8th. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the 8th inning. Spangenberg coming up here, 0 for 3 on the night. Gets fouled out, flied out, grounded out. .95 from Barnes. First time he's been on an opening day roster this year. Made his major league debut last year. Called up on June the 2nd. Went on to make 27 relief appearances for the Brewers a year ago. Some right elbow soreness. Had him in the DL for a lot of July and August. Falls behind Spangenberg, 2-1. How about 97?
I was going to say upper 90s on the fastball. So we've seen this bullpen from the Brewers after Garza going 92. He touched 93 once or twice to mid 90s, now above 95.
Dances out of the way, and it's ball 3.
It looked like he really slowed up his arm right there on that last breaking pitch. Hitters pick up on that.
Spangenberg now, Myers next. Padres batting last of the 8th. On the ground to the shortstop, Arcia. 2 down here in the 8th inning. Myers coming up last night. Will able to get his 11th home run of the year.
Boy, it's nasty when he gets extended, huh?
Sure is.
Spells disaster. Hit that one up into the shrubbery. That was not a cheapie.
Got a base hit tonight, a single in the infield in the 6th inning, scored a run. The only run of the night for the Padres. 2 outs, bases empty. Brewers shifting on the left side of the infield on Myers. .98, but off the mark, a little bit high. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Took some off there. Two ground outs so far for Barnes. Margot, Spangenberg. Big rip there for Myers. Last 2 cutters, and it's 1-2.
a perfectly located cutter. And that cutter just takes a little bit off to where you're way out in front, and you could see Will Myers was not on that pitch. He was out in front of it.
Myers thinking right now what he might try to do to him here.
I'm saying the cutter away.
Fouls it off over into the Padres dugout. Two down, eighth inning in a tie game. Bases empty for Myers. On the ground, off the pitcher. It ends up behind the mound, and Myers will reach on a base hit. Off Barnes, who kicks in behind him. And by the time he can grab it, reaching at first base is Myers with his second hit of the night.
Got a good old-fashioned hockey suit here and a skate save and a beauty off the calf. No way you're going to get Myers. Not on that one.
So Will has 2 infield hits in this game. No chance here for Yangervis Solarte. Doubled and picked up the only RBI of this game for the Padres, scoring Myers from all the way from first base back in the 6th inning. A shift on Solarte on the right side. Check on Myers, diving back to the bag safely. Extends that lead a little more. Throw over, and that's going to be a little closer, but Will just back. He's a bigger lead than he had the first time. The look of a guy possibly on the move.
Oh, he was twitching a little bit, and ooh, that was close. Just had, did he have his fingers on the side of the bag there?
I think so.
If he gets a jump, go.
That's a strike. Solarte takes it. 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Although Solarte can run into one here.
In the dirt, evens it 1-1. Run, 3 hits, no errors for the Brewers. A run, 6 hits, no errors for the Padres. Padres have left 5 men on base. Brewers have left 4 men on base. Padres with Myers at first, 2 down, last of the 8th. Myers goes, Solarte swings, and it's a flare into shallow center, and caught. Arcia, the shortstop, goes back and makes the grab in shallow center to end the 8th inning. Tied 1-1.
Last night it was Miguel Diaz coming out of the bullpen, piggybacking on Clayton Richard, doing an outstanding job, giving Andy Green 3 innings out of the bullpen, no runs allowed. An excellent effort, and because of that effort last night, the bullpen going to be fresh tonight. It's the little things that can make the difference over the course of a season, and Miguel Diaz getting the job done last night. Now, Andy Green went on to say that he extended Miguel Diaz because it's a possibility at some point during the season we could see him on the mound as a starter. Now, we hadn't seen him pitch for a few days. During those few days, he had been working on some things with Darren Balsley and Doug Bachler, the bullpen coach, trying to use that front arm a little bit more. Obviously, it worked. His success last night may turn into a Padres win tonight. Guys?
All right, thanks very much, Gail. We'll be looking for that as Brandon Maurer, the closer into the game here in a tie game at home.
The save rather is out the window. Hopefully Maurer a clean, crisp inning here, and then the Padres walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. Very aggressive with all of his pitches, Brandon Maurer.
Aguilar leading it off here. Maurer operating at 98 miles an hour. Takes over for Brad Hand, who pitched the 8th inning, gave up a hit, had a strikeout, allowed no runs. By Maurer, but right at Solarte, to the right of second base. The throw in plenty of time to get Aguilar. So an 0 for 4 night for Jesus Aguilar, who had come into this game red hot in the series, 5 for 9.
See what happens when you don't give the ball to the fan?
Bad stuff, bad karma.
Yeah, bad karma. Remember he deked the fan over there.
Yeah. Hasn't had a hit since.
No.
1 out in the 9th. Travis Shaw has returned to the Brewers lineup. And an RBI single in the 1st inning. And you got to be careful with him. He's got power, 8 home runs on the year.
And with that said, let's see how Maurer pitches him. That first pitch away, the outfield slightly a little bit to the opposite field. Margot on the shortstop side of second base and center.
Shaw had been nursing a sore finger the last couple of days, but back in the Brewers' regular lineup tonight. That one kind of surrounded the plate but missed away. Opposite field base hit for Shaw. This is down the line. He may be thinking 2. He'll take a wide turn. He is thinking 2. Throw to second base, cut off, and Shaw has got himself a double. So a 1-out double here for Travis Shaw, his 2nd hit of the night.
Well, I was watching Shaw out of the box. He does not have blazing speed, and I thought that maybe, just maybe, there was going to be a chance to get that ball, and that's why Cordoba on the run trying to get rid of it and then off the mark.
Yeah, Shaw kind of held up too around first base like he was thinking about stopping. Aggressively gets to second base into scoring position with 1 down for Domingo Santana, who lines one to short off the glove of Ibar. Shaw will now head to third base. It looked like Ibar was going to make the catch, but it goes off of his glove and into shallow left, and it's 1st and 3rd now with 1 down here in the 9th.
Well, a break for Milwaukee as that ball actually looked like it was hooking towards Ibar. You know, I got to give the guy an error on that. What are they going to score that?
They gave him a base hit.
Really?
Yep. So Santana with a hit, 1st and 3rd. Jed Bandy now standing in. Infield in here. Around double play depth at second base with the possibility of a double play. There's ball 1. Here comes Andy Green. Manager with a message. Dealing here with Jed Bandy. Does not have a hit tonight. Grounded into a fielder's choice. Grounded out to third and walked. Green brought the entire infield in. First and third, one down here in the ninth inning in a tie game. Go ahead run 90 feet away, and Travis Shaw. Ball 2-0. That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Into the breaking ball there to get the strike.
And it's up. It's a hanger, but it's on the inside part of the plate. And sometimes just hitters don't like that pitch. It's a tough pitch. That wasn't by design. He wanted it down and away, but that's a tough pitch to keep fair.
Andy on a check swing almost got hit with that pitch. Coming in at 97. And Mauer falling behind now, 3-1. Andy now, Keon Broxton waiting on deck. Time called as Bandy backs out. Shaw at third, Santana at first, one out, tie game. Bandy hits a base hit into center field, and from third comes Travis Shaw to put the Brewers on top 2-1. An RBI single for Jet Bandy has broken the tie here in the top of the ninth inning.
Well, you talk about hitting the hole. This is a breaking ball, and it's the second breaking ball in a row that he missed with. He wanted it down and away. That one now caught a little bit more of the plate and was down a little bit more. Bandy liked it, and you see where the infielders were perched. And the nice easy one hopper up the middle.
Travis Shaw likes it. The Brewers like it. Now looking for some insurance with Keon Broxton. 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts for Broxton. Mauer has surrendered the lead here in the ninth inning. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth. Hedges, Zybar, and Renfroe scheduled to bat. And Renfroe do it again. Some magic. There's strike two at 97. Left side and through into left field. Santana will be stopped at third base. Throw plateward, and the bases are now loaded with one down. That's 4 straight hits for the Brewers here in the top of the ninth inning.
Wow, some pitches that are thrown getting jammed. 2 hoppers just out of the reach of Corey Spangenberg, and the Brewers playing station to station here. Need another grounder here to get out of this jam.
The Brewers with runners in scoring position. They've been 4 for 7 in this game. We've got Santana at third, Bandy at second, Broxton at first with 1 out, a run in. And a fly ball foul off to the right. Eric Thames has come out on deck here for the Brewers. It'll be his first appearance of the series. in the dirt, 1-1. Thames would bat in the pitcher's spot.
Yeah, this is where you don't want the wheels to come off. We all know that. So Brandon Mauer's got to concentrate on making a good quality pitch here. Force him to hit the ball on the ground. Stay away from the fly balls. Something up he can elevate. Now go for the punchy with 2 strikes.
th pitch of the inning coming up here from Mauer. There is Thames waiting on deck. Chop left side. Spangenberg cuts it off, fires to first for the out, run scores. In from third comes Santana. The Brewers obtain some insurance and go on top 3-1 here in the top of the 9th inning. RBI for Arcia.
Let's see if he could have came home on this one here. It's a force play. You know what? I think there could have been a play at the plate. Maybe he's thinking he just wants to get the for sure out. His momentum was going that way a little bit.
Well, they pull back Thames here, who is going to bat, and it'll be Nick Franklin who is going to come up instead.
I think you got to go to the plate there.
Yeah, his momentum was taking him to the shortstop side. That'd have been tough to plant and then come home. I don't know. Elected not to. And the Brewers add another run. And Franklin had a start earlier in this series in left field. Pinch hits here in the 9th. Already 2 runs in for Milwaukee. Second and third with 2 outs. Fouled off, kind of a cue shot over by the Brewers dugout. Swing and a miss, and that one by him at 95.
Four-seamer. Can't catch up to it.
Second and third, 2 down, and a count of 2-2 to Nick Franklin, the pinch hitter. Fly ball, left field. Cordoba drifting back. Will make the catch that ends the top of the 9th inning, but the Brewers get 2 and take a 3-1 lead. game, and it comes in the top of the 9th inning. Jet Bandy in a battle with Brandon Maurer. Drives in Shaw, the go-ahead run to put the Brewers on top 2-1. They would add another. Brewers fans here in attendance love it, as the Brewers have taken a 3-1 lead. To the bottom of the 9th inning we go. They got Hedges, Ibar, and Renfroe coming up. And in is Corey Knebel, trying to save this game for the Brewers.
Well, we saw Knebel the other night. That was in the game 1 of the series when San Diego went 6-5. Pitched an inning, struck out the side, 3 strikeouts. Upper 90s on the fastball, the sharp breaking ball, and there it is. The proof is in the numbers. .90 ERA in 20 frames, and the strikeouts 33.
Well, the bullpen, no doubt, was the strength of this team to begin the year, but it has been a struggle so far in May for the Padres pen, a 5.44 ERA. And they've given up at least 1 run in 13 of the last 15 games. 2 in the 9th inning for the Brewers have given them a 3-1 advantage. With Hedges coming up here to lead it off, 0 for 3 in the game. Who's worked a scoreless inning in each of the first 2 games of the series. 20 innings pitched, 33 Ks for the right-hander. And there is a strike, 1-1. Struck out 33 of 78 hitters he has faced on the year.
I would say that's pretty good.
That's very good.
Max effort guy. When you look at his delivery, he's getting everything out of each pitch that he tosses plateward. Always working from the stretch.
2-1 is outside, 3-1. Hedges takes the walk to begin things here in the 9th inning. The Padres need a base runner. They have one in Austin Hedges. It's time now for the star of the game, brought to you by Carl's Jr. And tonight's starter for the Padres, Jhoulys Chacín, 7 innings, allowing only 1 run. At a stretch where he retired 19 Brewers in a row at one point, 8 strikeouts, and did not give up a hit since the first inning.
Talk about a guy who turned it around. It could have been nasty. Walk, base hit to start the game. Another base hit. The Brewers score 1 run, and that was it. Talk about shutting it down. Chacín did just that.
7 innings, had 10 ground ball outs. Here is Eric Ibar, the runner at first, and nobody out. There is ball 1. Ibar has grounded out, flied out, struck out on the night. That's a strike at 98. Back-to-back fastballs to Ibar. Brewers starting the game a half game back of St. Louis. The Cardinals have lost. A win and the Brewers would be on top of the National League Central. Ibar thought about it, lays off. They check, and he did not go. This is Bill Miller, third base umpire and crew chief.
See if he went. Nah, he did not go on that.
Knebel, the fourth arm used tonight by Craig Counsell. Play behind Hedges at first base. And a liner foul into the seats.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Two and two the count to Eric Ibar. Nobody out here in the ninth. Fly ball right field. Santana down the line towards foul ground, and he'll make the catch right at the railing for the first out of the ninth inning. Good concentration. He was running out of room in a hurry over there. Makes the grab to retire Ibar.
That ball is up there a long time. He's got the warning track in foul territory, and then, you know, that could have been that elbow hits that railing there, and you're right, Don. That glove could change direction. But he makes the catch for the easy out.
One down, runner at first, and Hunter Renfroe, the hero of game one. A two-run home run on the bottom of the 10th inning. Curveball fooled him, and he takes it for strike one.
That's a hard, tight curveball right there.
Knebel trying to wrap it up here for the Brewers, who got 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Strike called. Renfroe didn't think so at all. And the checks with Ryan Blakeney, home plate umpire.
May have caught the corner. Fox tracks right on the outside corner.
Renfroe with a swing and a miss and a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that was up. First strikeout for Knebel, out number 2 of the 9th inning.
That's a good old-fashioned challenge. Up and away for a called strike, up and in for a swing and a miss. That's coming in hot.
So 2, and it brings up Alan Cordoba. A couple of hits tonight for the Padres left fielder. A triple in the 5th, a single in the 7th. Also has a stolen base in this game. Trying to keep it going here in the 9th. Runner goes at first in Hedges as the pitch misses for ball 1. Defensive indifference allows Hedges to take second base. They're not holding him on. Well, the pitcher's spot is next, and Luis Sardinez has come out on deck. But it'll take something from Cordoba for us to continue. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Back to the gas at 97. Corey Knebel with a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Cordoba swung so hard he fell down.
That swing's got 2-run shot written all over it. 4-seamer middle in.
That's 99 for you.
Yeah.
The 1-2 pitch. Cordoba strikes out, and that's the ball game. Well, the Brewers come up with 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning and hold on to win this one 3-1. They've taken 2 out of 3 in the series. What's in store, Mike Pomerantz?
Well, Donnie, we're going to take you around baseball. Got a bench-clearing brawl to show you about. Jose Bautista, would you believe, at the center of that one. And you'll hear from the manager, Andy Green.